It is great to have you back here at Coin Lady channel. Dear everyone, there is no way out of the matrix, in my view. Having a pleasant interior life is the objective. Being able to live comfortably inside the matrix is what we mean when we say that. These days, the top 1% owns the whole banking system, the media, our food, the supply chains, and everything else pertaining to our daily life. Perhaps Bitcoin, which won't be owned by the 1%, will unveil the technology before we revolt or introduce a new currency, as Brad Garlinghouse, CEO of Ripple, has stated. This means that getting out of the matrix is an impossibility. However, it is once again feasible to reside comfortably indoors. In my view, XRP makes it possible to do all of things. Here we are, at the crux of the matter. How many RP should you hold? The answer, according to some elementary math, is 1,000 XRP. Certainly, we possess 1,000 times 5,000 is $10,000, or 20,000 and 50,000, 100,000. Plus, if you own 1,000 XRP, and its price rises up to $1,000, you would have $1 million. It will be quite some time before XRP reaches $1,000. $1 million isn't even enough to cover the expense of life these days due to inflation. In my view, based on the math, you guys need anywhere from 5,000 to 10,000 RP. Therefore 1,000 XRP is clearly not enough. I think that's a reasonable estimate. Here is the XRP wealth list. A tad out of date, this. Even though the figures are different from where they are currently, they are still rather close. So, looking at the numbers, in order to be in the 10% you needed to hold around 35,000 RP at a 5% rate, 11,000 RP at a 22,000 RP ratio, 67,000 RP at a 35,000 RP ratio, and the rest of you probably can't do it. We have 117,000. Furthermore, in order to be a part of the 0.1%, you need to own 449,000 XRP, a level that the ordinary person will not be able to achieve anytime soon, between 10% and 5%. I think it's entirely feasible. Here are the 3 things you need to know after becoming wealthy with XRP. How clever investors go broke, what to do, and what not to do. The Big Shorts, a buddy of Mr. Pool's, put up our alcohol leverage and woman. Plus, like we mentioned before, nothing is within our control. All we know is that the terrorists responsible for the attack in Moscow received a large sum of money and Bitcoin from Ukraine. Even if the US dollar is the most used money for terrorist funding, we will still witness Warren and others like him perpetuating the idea that Bitcoin funds terrorism. In addition, Russian President Putin has claimed that the United States is behind 95% of these terrorist assaults. The value of the dollar has dropped by 25% since 2020, meaning that your savings are only worth 75 cents. Thus, the US dollar is the most valuable shitcoin globally. Considering how unpredictable the cryptocurrency market is, the fact that owning US dollars could be riskier than holding some cryptocurrencies tells a lot. Furthermore, in the short span of 3 years till 2024, this whole thing has only begun, and it's beyond absurd to consider. As we mentioned at the outset, hyperinflation is the ultimate goal. You won't believe what will emerge when fiat currencies collapse: digital CBDCs, stable coins, digital assets, etc. That's where things are headed. Well, that concludes our video. As always, I'd appreciate it if you could subscribe and leave a comment with your opinions. Muchas gracias, depart.